Hey guys, welcome to Cards and Sharps. How y'all doing? Good, glad to hear it. We'll slide a chair up and let's look at a ZT knife. This is being the ZT 0357. They don't give their knives a name, so they just kind of give them a number. This is a zero tolerance, and so that means it is made in the USA. And ZT, those of you most of you I'm sure know, is a part of the Kershaw family, and this is their premium line of knives. And whenever I get one come through, I like to bring it to the table and look at it with you guys. And had this one appear, and decided to give it a look, see what I think. Done a few ZT knives, gotten the chance to review a few of those, and they always present a knife of good quality, good materials, and most importantly to a lot of folks, and myself included, they are USA made knives, and whenever possible we prefer to get USA made, as long as you're getting a good value. I will go out of my way to buy American, but not to the extent that I will reward bad value or bad workmanship or bad materials, bad quality, just to get that stamp that says USA on it. All right, let's see what this knife is about. As I said, it's a model number 0357, and it's not a small knife, but it's not a huge knife either. It's kind of right there in the middle. Overall length is 7 3/4 inches. Blade length is just over 3 at 3 1/4, and that pretty much looks like that's not counting that sharpening choil area. So you got 3 1/4 inches of cutting surface. That blade is fairly wide, 1.125, and the handle length is 4.375. So to me, 4 inches is the sweet spot on the hand for my size of hand, for what I like for a handle, and this one fits right in there, just a little bit extending from my hand, but my hand just fits the grip area of that one perfectly. Got some black G10 scales with a nice texturing to them, and not overly aggressive, but enough that you feel like you have a good firm grip on this knife. The handle width is 1 inch, and they're saying its thickness is 0.5, which is a pretty common thickness, and we're coming in right around that. So fits in that kind of realm of a lot of knives fit. Nothing real unique about this one. Just looking at it, it kind of has that. I haven't found who the designer is on this, if it's anybody specific or of note. This one, though, does have the look of many Kershaw knives that I've seen. Got a drop point blade with a flat grind. It's got the typical ZT stonewash finish. And the blade steel, though, is CPM 20 CV, so that is a good premium blade steel. So this knife fits in, and it works into that premium knife range of about $148 retail. So we would expect good materials, good workmanship out of this. You got a stainless steel frame and liner, and it is a liner lock, and it kind of, it's got the assisted opening. You guys familiar with that? So you get that spring tension which would make it difficult. Really, the opening one-handed is easy. You know, the flip is easy, but you get that real strong spring going against that right in there. So closing it one-handed is going to be a little more of a chore, a little trickier. But otherwise, the action, you know, is typical for your speed safe openings. It's dependable, quick, and opens really fast. The knife feels really good in the hand, and the weight of it is, they're saying 4.3. Let's see what our scales say. 4.32, right on. So starting to get a little in the heavy side for me at over 4, so it depends on the knife. It's not a huge knife, and the blade goes in there and hides. For as big as that, wide as that blade is, it hides inside the handle well enough that it doesn't present a lot of extra space, pocket space being taken. You do have a deep carry pocket clip, and it is reversible left to right with tip up only. And you got this lanyard hole. So and you notice the weight. I mean, some knives, when you get over to 4 ounces, the design of them, you just kind of lose it. You know, you don't really feel the heaviness of it. But this one does. It feels handle heavy, but depending on what you're doing, that really isn't a problem. Actually, in a lot of cases, I prefer the weight to be on the handle end, and this one definitely is. Weight is carried mostly in the handle. It feels like you do have almost a full-length spacer there, so you can possibly catch some lint and stuff like that in there. But let's just to see how size-wise it fits, let's compare it to the Delica. You can see it's got some size on the Delica and the Rat too. And probably is going to be more comparable size-wise to the Rat 1, which actually it's the Rat 1 looks pretty huge next to it, so it's right there in the middle. So depending on what your preferences are, you might consider that just right. Not too small, not too big. All right. ZT is a premium knife brand, so let's look at it for fit and finish and see if we find the value there. The lockup is good solid 50%. The blade centering is I'm going to say 90% centered. It's biased a little bit to the right here, but not enough to be a problem. And then the blade is tight, no give whatsoever. And nice deep carry clip, which presents a nice low profile to it. You do not feel that really in your hand. With the grip you get on it, you do not notice the clip at all. So good job there of placing the clip. The G10's finished real nicely. Nice edges on it. Maybe not as smooth on the back side as you would expect, but it's not sharp either. And it completely covers the metal, so the metal, you get no sharpness at all from the metal. And wherever you do make any contact with the frame, it's not overly sharp. It's a little sharp in here, but it's not where you're really getting your hand and you don't feel it in the grip. The rest of it is kind of depends on what you feel about the assisted opening mechanism on the Kershaw knives, or ZT as well. To be honest, it depends on the knife with me. Actually, on their smaller knives, I kind of like it. But as you get bigger in the knife, the spring gets stouter, and it just makes it you're fighting that spring. The quick, to be honest, I'd rather have good action I can feel with maybe some ball bearings or good phosphor bronze bushings, and you get that nice smooth feel to it. This you don't feel. You're basically pushing the tab. Once you hit that point, there it goes. The spring takes over. You're not feeling the action. It's kind of like the steering on newer cars. A lot of even the higher end cars like Mercedes and stuff, most electric now is most steering is electric assist, and you're so isolated and insulated from the road, you don't feel the road through the steering wheel, even though it may have good reactions and all that. Just like this has really quick reaction, good fast opening, you just don't feel it. You do not feel that. It's not just, to me, there's a certain satisfaction missing when you just don't feel that good fit and quality bearings and all that just allows you to push that blade out and open. This just kind of takes the fun out of it. I think it's basically a switchblade with, instead of a button, you just have a tab that you pull, and there it goes. And then you're not releasing it like with a automatic knife. You got a button, you're going to release the tension and then it closes up okay. This is not one that you can drop shut, so when you pop it open, you're going to have to manipulate it back, and you're working against that spring. So it comes down to what you think about the assisted opening, speed safe design of Kershaw products. Otherwise, it's a good quality knife, good materials, good fit and finish, good workmanship. Is it a $150 knife? It's the sum total of the materials. I say yes, but I don't know. Some things about it. It's to me, it's too much like the Kershaw line. It doesn't distinguish itself from that very much. You could have the Kershaw name on there, and it would, I would have no doubts. So it's strictly, basically, it's a Kershaw with upgraded materials. So not that I dislike it. It's just, I'm just going to say that it doesn't give me any warm and fuzzies or anything, or like ooh ah, And if I carry it, and I would have no problem with carrying it. And somebody, we all do the pocket dump with some buddies, and somebody pulls it out and they got a ZT. You're going to be like, yay, you got a ZT, that's impressive. So Just nothing that gets me real excited, but doesn't turn me off either. It's just kind of there. All right, guys, that is it for the ZT 0357. Hope you enjoyed that, and give me a like and subscribe. Excuse me. And if you did, and we'll got more content coming your way real soon. See you guys next time.